It's the clothes, not you. When you glance in the mirror and ask yourself, why does this outfit make me look older than I feel? In order to make your style feel contemporary rather than matronly, we're breaking down what not to wear after 50 and what to wear instead. In this video, hundreds of women over 50 have had their hair styled by me. I assure you that this has nothing to do with denigrating age. It's about confidently regaining elegance. Stay tuned for a single straightforward formula that changes everything. The first outdated pitfall is wearing loose clothing. Everybody has done it. You grab that big cardigan in the hopes that it will cover up your flaws. However, nobody tells you this secret. You appear larger the more fabric you add. Your shape is subtly erased by those baggy flowered skirts and floppy knitwear that seem cozy in theory. And that's camouflage, not comfort. Style isn't about hiding beyond 50. It's about respecting your current shape. Your energy changes when clothing fits your body rather than overwhelms it. You are taller. You have a peculiar gait. What was formerly frumpy suddenly becomes self-assured, deliberate, and even captivating. Structure is the initial fix. Choose clothes that skim your body rather than squeeze or hang. You want fabric that maintains shape, shoulders that rest perfectly on the bone, and seams that follow your natural contours. Pointe-lined, crepe, double knit. Half of the work is done for you by these materials. They never collapse after a single wear, and they smooth without tugging. Steer of those trendy, flimsy skirts that add bulk rather than shape, and stay away from big cardigans that engulf your frame. Instead, center your base around a single structured piece, such as a clean-lined pair of pants or a blazer with a sharp cut. Your waist is instantly defined by a fitted jacket, which also sharpens your silhouette and unifies all outfits, including jeans and trainers. It's the distinction between I planned this and I threw this on. Yes, I will say it. A proper fit improves your figure more than any diet could. Instead of undermining your best qualities, it highlights them. Get a self-tape today. If you haven't measured yourself in a long time, your polished appearance might be made or broken by a single inch off at the waist or shoulder. This is a fantastic place to start. The Fleur Yasmin blazer is an example of a structured knit jacket that provides instant shape without being stiff. For a sleek, contemporary base that never sticks, pair it with Talbert's Luxe Ponte straddle trousers. If you want to see both of them up close, you may find links to both in the description below. If you like layers, add a lightweight, fine-gauge cardigan for softness, but make sure it hits at the hip or higher. If tailoring seems frightening, keep in mind that a $50 jacket can look like $500 with a $15 modification. Little adjustments like defining a waist and elevating a shoulder seam work wonders. You own yourself when you respect your shape. Presence is more important than perfection. Every outfit starts to feel like a subtle power move if you start wearing to accentuate rather than conceal your proportions. Closed necklines are the second outdated trap. This is the one fashion change that will instantly revitalize your appearance. Lift the neckline. Although they may seem appropriate, high close collars shorten the neck, box in your body, and create shadows that edge your face. The visible weight of excess fabric close to the chin subtly adds years. A V-neck, a soft scoop, an open-colored shirt, or a minor modification can have a significant impact. It highlights your features, lengthens your neck, and lets in more light. It has nothing to do with exposing skin. It's about making room. You'll see that your posture shifts as soon as the neckline opens out. You can breathe more easily. You appear more vibrant. Consider it similar to architecture. An open neckline produces flow, whereas a closed neckline keeps everything inside the frame. It naturally draws attention to your smile, jewelry, and radiance by moving the eye up and out. This is the test. Your top is probably too high. If it makes your face appear heavy or lifeless, try hanging a necklace in a shallow V shape while standing in front of a mirror. Observe how it lengthens the upper body and draws the attention downward. A well-designed neckline has precisely the same effect. Therefore, seek for forms that gradually dip at the base of your throat rather than crew necks that sit stiff. A colored blouse left slightly open, a casual Henley with a few buttons undone, or a modestly deep V-neck. These allow for some breathing room without giving away too much. It has nothing to do with dressing younger. It's about wearing lighter clothing. An open neckline effortlessly adds elegance, softens the shoulders, and balances proportions. This will look particularly good on people with narrow shoulders, larger busts, or shorter necks. Where the fabric needs more bulk, it provides harmony. The lift is enhanced by jewelry. The visual line is completed by a delicate pendant that sits just below the collarbone, highlighting the center. Circular pendants soften the sharpness of angular faces, whereas lengthier chains, ending in a V, are better for round faces. Another tip is to match your haircut to the openness of your neckline. Go a bit deeper with your cut if you wear your hair up. Use a modest V or curved scoop to balance if it's down, so it doesn't compete. Even if it's a tiny adjustment, it drastically changes your appearance from safe to contemporary. We began by discussing structure. The incorrect neutral can subtly deplete your spark, so let's speak about color now. Next, we'll learn how contrast revitalizes your clothing and overcome the habit of wearing beige on beige. The third outdated trap is beige on beige. Beige is serene, neutral, and secure. However, it ceases to read as stylish and begins to sound worn out when everything you wear has the same delicate tone, particularly beige on beige. The color itself is not the problem. It's the absence of contrast. Our skin naturally becomes warmer, colder, or just softer after the age of 50. This implies that something that used to impress you could now subtly flatten you. A beige bag, beige shoes, beige trousers, and beige jumper. That's a surefire way to blend in. Balance is what you seek. Matter versus shine, warm against cool, light against dark. Presence is created by contrast. You don't have to part with your favorite neutrals. Combining them with intention is the trick. Try optic white with camel. Combine a black with taupe. Stone looks amazing in navy. A single rich accent, such as forest green or oxblood, can revitalize an entire ensemble. Contrast adds dimension in addition to changing color. Here's a simple way to get started. If you adore your beige background, cover it with a structured item in a darker hue. A clean white shirt tucked into stone jeans or a brown blazer over blue pants. If you're comfortable with beige, consider contrast to be your best feature. Everything else glows because of it. Here, colored psychology also has an impact. Darker grounding tones convey confidence, whereas lighter neutrals seem calm and secure. Visual stability and elegance are produced when the two come together. Your complexion will appear more awake, and your silhouette will feel more defined right away. Accessorizing is also beneficial. One vibrant scarf, belt, or a purse can serve as your main attraction without overpowering your color scheme. And keep in mind that contrast isn't limited to clothing. It takes place in your imagination. A woman expresses her curiosity to the world by experimenting with color. She's not going away. She continues to paint. How's the next time you reach for beige on beige? Where's the balance in this situation? The entire mood can be changed with a single bold choice, such as wearing darker pants, a brighter top, or even a clean white shirt underneath your jumper. Click subscribe to ensure you don't miss next week's style fixes if this is already inspiring ideas for your own wardrobe. Clumsy shoes are the fourth outdated trap. Before the dress does, the shoes convey the tale. They serve as a punctuation mark for anything you wear. However, hefty, cumbersome shoes with thick bottoms, rounded toes, or orthopedic designs frequently give the wrong impression. It reads, comfort first, style forgotten. And that's the one story we don't deserve after 50. This is the reality. Comfort and elegance are definitely achievable. Proportion is crucial. Bulky curves and clumsy soles make you appear heavier. They interrupt the natural line of your outfit, shorten your legs, and give the appearance of bigger ankles. Even if you're wearing stylish trousers and a well-tailored blazer, the entire ensemble loses its impact if the shoe is hefty. The solution is to exchange structure for weight. Sleek yet sturdy shoes are what you seek. Styles that are elevating without being overpowering. A pointed toe flat, a low block heel, or a slim ankle boot that hugs the leg are the best investments you can make. These patterns lengthen the body and bring back that effortless, calm shine. Try it on your pointed toes if you've always had soft, round toes. They improve the silhouette of the foot without compromising comfort. For instance, a pointed flat optically lengthens the leg line, giving cropped trousers or midi skirts an instant, more sophisticated appearance. This also applies to a structural heel. A 1.5-inch block heel can significantly improve balance and posture. Texture and color are also important. Chunky shoes frequently have thick rubber bottoms or dull matte surfaces. Instead, search for polished vegan substitutes that catch the light, leather, suede, or smoother fabrics. A smooth finish is always perceived as more sophisticated. Additionally, matching the color of your shoes to the color of your skin or trousers provides a modern, flattering, long, continuous line. The Sam Edelman hazel leather shoes, for instance, expertly achieve that balance. Sturdy, slender, and contoured. Rothy's pointed flats offer the same elongating design in comfortable all-day wear if heels aren't your style. Both are classic and demonstrate that elegance doesn't have to be sacrificed. If you want to look more closely, you can find links to them in the description. This is what takes place. Your stance shifts as soon as you transition. You have a lighter, cleaner gait. The identical ensemble that previously looked good now feels polished and well-made. Ask yourself, are they lifting your look or anchoring it down before reaching for your trusty old shoes once more? Sometimes the slightest lift at the heel may elevate the entire ensemble and your self-confidence. Now that you've refined your base, let's talk about pattern, because your closet is printed with the next obvious trap. Before that, let me know in the comments which of these 4 traps you have recently fallen victim to. The 5th outdated trap is tweed prints. Patterns have the potential to be effective, but only when they convey the correct message. Once thought to be feminine, tiny flowers, busy polka dots, and 2 charming patterns eventually go into twee area. The clothing lacks structure since they soften it so much. Those tiny repeating prints blend together both in real life and on camera, giving the appearance of a broader silhouette and an outdated look. The solution is to evolve prints rather than give them up. Chasing younger is not the objective after 50. It's to appear deliberate. Modern stripes and simple geometric lines are therefore timeless. They convey assurance, direction, and structure. Stripes serve as a visual anchor for an ensemble, attracting the eye vertically rather than dispersing it. Consider them to be built-in tailoring. The slimming effect of a precisely positioned seam is replicated by a vertical pinstripe. A knit garment gains elongation and natural shape from a ribbed stripe. They are timeless without feeling secure, clear without being noisy. Start by replacing only one of the pastel or soft floral motifs in your clothing with a stripe. The impact is immediate. It feels significantly more sophisticated, more contemporary and sharper. Jeans and a striped shirt make a polished look. Nitrile sneakers and a striped jumper dress create a polished yet carefree style. Balance is crucial while selecting stripes. Stripes that are mid-width, red, sophisticated, and contemporary. It feels formal to be too slim. It feels athletic to be too thick. Because they effortlessly direct the eye from top to bottom, vertical or diagonal lines are the most attractive. If the piece has structure and a mild color contrast, even horizontal stripes can be effective. What really makes stripes work is color contrast. White and navy go together forever. Cream and black have an elegant vibe. Ivory camels feel subtly opulent. Look for tone-on-tone stripes. In textured fabrics like woven cotton or ribbed knits, if you're apprehensive about strong patterns. Without making noise, they add depth. This change is beautiful because it's subtle but noticeable. There won't be a noticeable shift. All they'll notice is that you appear more composed. Instead of being a distraction, prints should provide polish. You go from background to presence when you swap out cute for self-assured. We've expanded your neckline, improved your structure, and used contrast to create balance. It's time for the final little styling detail. That completes the look. A method that instantly changes your proportions without requiring you to purchase a single new item. Untucked shirt, outdated trap number 6. In just 2 seconds, one of the most straightforward and sometimes ignored style techniques you can use may completely transform your appearance. It's a small change that makes all the difference in how your clothing looks. Your proportions appear incorrect when your top is completely untucked, since it conceals your waist and shortens your legs. A half tuck strikes the ideal balance between being casual, flattering, and contemporary, whereas a full tuck may feel too professional or rigid. This is the reason it works. Your waistline is somewhat curved when you only tuck. In the front of your shirt, instant structure and optical height are added by that brief sight of shape. The total result feels effortless, rather than overdone, and the back remains loose for comfort and mobility. It's the epitome of let's get it style. Fabric is the key. Select items made of lightweight cotton, silk, tencel, or natural drape. Fluid materials fold gently into position, but stiffer ones often puff or wrinkle. First, tuck your top center front into your waistband. Next, let it fall naturally along the edges by loosening it a little. Instead of a wrinkle, you want flow. This approach can be applied to almost anything once you get the hang of it. Tees, button-downs, blouses, and sweaters. It enhances your silhouette without making you appear finished. You're exposing your waist without making a big deal out of it, combining polish and comfort in a single motion. After you try it, you'll see the difference right away when you look in the mirror. Without adding a single new item to your closet, you appear more confident, your legs appear longer, and your ensemble feels more put together. Additionally, half-tucking revitalizes clothing you currently own. Tuck in that shapeless, boxy blouse, the huge knit that engulfed you. Tuck the front hem into your preferred fitted pants or high-rise jeans. It feels deliberate, contemporary, new, and effortless, all of a sudden. It's universal, which is its best feature. This small styling element works for all body types. It adds proportion, balance, and a subtle elegance that conveys your sense of self-awareness. Once you have tucked, you won't go back. It's evidence that adding more doesn't lead to elegance. It results from purposefully doing less. Your structure has been improved, contrast has been increased, and your styling techniques have been honed. It's time for the last detail. Your hair is the one item that completes your appearance and has the power to instantly age or elevate you. Finally, but just as importantly, the seventh outdated trap is outdated hair. If your hair still has a 1998 vibe, it will subtly pull everything back, no matter how much you update your clothes. Hair frames the message, but clothes do speak the truth. Even the most sophisticated ensemble can be ruined by a dated cut, dull color, or excessive styling. The good news is that you don't require a significant adjustment. All you need is movement. Soft structure is key to modern hair after 50. Instead of thick curls or rigid layers, use soft, flowing lines that complement your inherent texture. Consider it akin to facial customization. Instead of concealing aging, you are defining shape. A few imperceptible layers around the jaw or cheeks instantly give your face a lift and maintain your entire appearance vibrant. Try subtle layers with an inward curving blowout. If your hair is long and flat, choose lightness and a pie texture around the crown if it's short. Youth in motion is volume, lifted and touchable, but not sprayed or teased. It's heft, not length, that women make the most mistakes. Over-processed color, blunt edges, or thick fringe provide visual weight that depresses everything. Airlight is felt by modern hair. More important than darkness is shine. Fresher than any current tone is a healthy shine. Avoid using too ashy hues that detract from your complexion. Your skin is instantly brightened by gentle highlights or warm, low lighting close to your face. If you've come to terms with gray, accept it, but make sure it looks silver rather than dreary by regularly toning or glossing it. Additionally, please purchase 2 easy-to-maintain tools: a lightweight finishing oil and a high-quality volumizing brush dryer. When combined, they provide salon-quality smoothness at home and take the place of hours of heat styling. The Elegance No. 7 Bonding Oil offers weightless sheen that makes hair shimmer in natural light, while the Revlon Ostep Volumizer Plus produces bounce without causing damage. You'll really use both of these basic essentials. You may sense it when you view yourself in the mirror with gentle motion, raised ends, and a gloss that catches the light. That's vitality, not conceit. Emotional architecture is found in hair. You move when it does. Therefore, ask your stylist for texture rather than trend. Bring pictures that highlight lightness rather than layers. Aim for hair that seems to live beside you rather than on top of you. And that's where it all comes together. Because the same concept holds true for your hair, neckline, and blazer. Confidence, contrast, and structure. That's the formula for modern elegance. From now on, it is your signature. You've just witnessed how a few subtle adjustments may drastically alter your sense of style without having to replace your entire wardrobe. It has nothing to do with seeming younger. It's about feeling modern, self-assured, and distinctly yourself. Click like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who's ready for her own update. If it helped you identify a few elements, you're ready to improve. Additionally, click the current video on your screen before you leave. It's the next step towards effortless contemporary style.